Coming to you from the Black Swan Media Studios, this is Fireside Chats, talking to the real difference makers in the world. Now, here is your host, John Crump.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's our last show, it's our last Fireside Chats before we go on vacation here. Sorry, I'm doing some other stuff as we speak. But yeah, it's the last episode of Fireside Chats for a week. We'll be back a week from Monday on Fireside Chats. We still do have the Virginia Reloaded show that will come on I guess Saturday night at 10 p.m. My name is John Crump. I'm the Virginia Director of Gun Owners of America, Washington, D.C.'s only no compromise gun lobby. And check out this shirt. It's the Gorillas and Gun shirt, available from our friends over at Black Swan Tactical.
Black Swan Tactical, your number one source for 2A streetwear. With shirts, mugs, hats, patches, flags, and more. There's always something to help you rep the 2A community. All proceeds go back into our projects. Viewers and listeners can take an additional 10% off with code CRUMPY. Unapologetically pro-gun, pro-liberty, and pro-freedom gear for the front lines of the culture war.
And not only that, but we are sponsored by the one, the only Tusk. Mr. Rob McNeely might be joining us a little bit later, but we will see once we get confirmation. He's trying to make it home in time to jump on and join us. But Tusk is awesome. You should check it out.
Proudly sponsored by TUSC, the only cryptocurrency designed with the firearms market in mind, with 3-second processing times. It's the fastest cryptocurrency on the planet. With lower transaction fees than traditional credit cards. It's perfect for your e-commerce needs. For gun guys, by gun guys. Visit TUSC.network for more information and join the digital revolution.
All right, that is awesome, guys. My name is John Crump, like I said before. And if you want to support the work I do, you can go to patreon.com/John Crump. I'm going to bring on my co-host of the hour. His name is Florida Man. What's
Florida Man, but I'm in New York.
Yeah, whatever. You're still Florida Man.
So are you going on vacation to New York, or where are you going on vacation, or is it top secret?
No, it's not top secret. It's actually a Cub Scout meeting.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were telling
Cub Scout camp. Yeah. So here's the dealio. All right. If we're super chats, if you want to super chat, you can get something really, really cool. You ready?
Yeah.
A $5 super chat. Hold on.
I don't think you hit me up on the last $5 super chat.
No, I got your box ready. I think you're gonna like it.
Oh, cool.
It comes. I knew you're in New York, so
maybe I'll drive by and pick it up.
Yeah. Well, I just thought you might want to wait till you got back, but I can send it out now.
Yeah. No worries. Or I could just stop by the. I mean, do you have a name? I mean, I got the Hughes Compound Northern Command, Hughes Compound Southern Command. Do you have a?
This is the Black Swan Media Studios.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. For a $5 super chat, $5. Hit me up. And you will get one of these suckers. A Crumpy Militia
Crumpy patch?
Yeah. For $10, this would be really cool. For $10, let me just make sure. I see 50 backstage, so I'm bringing him on in a second.
Cool.
And for $10, we oh shit.
Whoa.
You're gonna get a lot, man. You got the patches and everything else. $10. Let me show you the patch here. 50. I'll bring it back over. Zach, email me your all right. Zach is gonna email me your address. If you don't know, I'm just gonna bring 50 on. 50, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
For everyone out there, Zach is a patch maker.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
He runs Toxic Patches. Really cool guy. He's doing the other patch, which it's not for pre-order yet, but I'll just show it. This is a joint project between me and a guy you might know named 2AEDU. And for some reason I can't. Here it is. So the patch is going to say this. So it's going to be a patch like that.
Okay.
Future Felons of America.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, Joe Track. You're getting all the patches, Joe, including the new Crumpy patch. So 50. Tell everyone who you are.
I am a retired Army veteran and started YouTube in 2011 just for something to do because I couldn't do my old aviation job because I only have the one arm. Then I started really liking like making videos, and my wife told me to go to college, go to film school to learn more about it. So I did. And that's when I started getting better at doing my videos on YouTube. But I've been doing that, and I'm a freelance videographer. Been doing that since at least 2015.
Oh, that is badass, man.
Thanks.
That's badass.
It's
How
fun.
do you, yeah. How do you like the YouTube landscape when it comes to gun content since it's kind of changing?
I hate it.
Yeah.
The reason why I hate it is like from going through film school, looking at my old content, I'm like, oh, this stuff is disgusting. I'm not one of those YouTubers that can just put up a camera on my dock, or my deck. Or,
Who would that be?
I don't know, tons of them.
I know.
I can't do just a tabletop review with my phone. I can't do that stuff. It has to be quality, and that's why I don't produce as much. I don't produce a video like every day or every week. I kind of go in bursts, I guess. But yeah, I don't like it because I see YouTubers that go out there, and it's not their fault. It's not my fault. I guess it's the viewers'
your fault, Rich.
It's my fault, yeah.
But I see some channels and they don't put anything into it really. They just do some stuff. They blow some stuff up, and I don't know. It sucks.
Shoot a gun on the pole.
Yeah, shooting an AK in the pole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed. I mean, on my other channel, my live channel, I try to bring news, and I usually don't cover like stuff that everyone else is covering. I try to report on my own stories more than anybody else. See, I have the awesome ability not to, I guess, rely on other people. I
don't rely on anybody either. I mean, this is a one-man show. I run the Facebook page, the Instagram, the YouTube channel. I do all the video recording, the writing, the editing. So it gets a lot sometimes.
Jonathan, no, Mr. Guns and Gear is awesome. Mike is a cool guy. I actually hung out with him for like a while. It was just me, him, Tactical Toolbox, a couple of people from GOA, Hank Strange, and one other guy. We just sat around and talked for a few hours. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not talking about Mike. Don't worry.
I actually had him in mind, but I'm not like saying that his channel's bad or his content's bad, because his content's great and he's a good dude. I can't do that. You know, I can't just set up a camera anywhere and just go, just start talking. Because part of with the whole losing the arm, I had a brain injury, a TBI. So when it comes to talking, sometimes I will draw a blank, and I have a lot of like this. I have a lot of blank areas in the video where I have to cut and edit them together so that they're cleaner.
Yeah. What do you use? Flying Rich, Final Cut.
Yeah, I can use a lot of different editing software, but I use Final Cut because it's more click based. It's not. I mean, you can use hotkeys and everything, but Premiere Pro, it's easier if you're a good hotkey user, and Final Cut is easy if you're a clicker. So,
Yeah,
that's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah, I use Final Cut, but I use a lot of hotkeys though.
Yeah, I can't unless I got like a little weight here that I put on the command key or what are the other keys to do hotkeys, but it takes a little bit. So
yeah. Jonathan Stanley over on Facebook says we should be supporting each other, fighting a war. Yeah, we are fighting a war right now, and that war is heating up, especially with the Chipman thing. I actually live streamed the whole Chipman thing here, and Chipman is a piece of work, man. He got through with the 11-11 vote. Basically, this is what happens. Okay, Chuck Schumer's the head of the Senate, right?
Yeah.
So they go through that and they vote in the judiciary. They can either vote basically saying, well, we recommend this guy, or we don't recommend this guy, or we don't, or we report nothing. And Chuck Schumer can decide whether to pull his nomination or not. Right now, it is a no. It was not a negative recommendation or a positive recommendation. It's basically no recommendation. So he's definitely going to pass on. Right now, we will see. Right now, it's probably around 50-50, maybe, because I think Manchin now says he's going to vote for him, from what I'm hearing behind the scenes. So that would be bad. But we'll see. But it's going to heat up. It's definitely going to heat up, and we have to definitely fight that dude, because he is definitely an anti-gun advocate, and he works for. They're like, oh, he's not political. Like Amy Klobuchar said that. And the dude worked for freaking Giffords in Everytown. How can he not be political? Be honest. Be saying like, yeah, he's political, but he's political, but he's political the way I want him to be. Just say that, be honest.
Right,
Don't be so disingenuous about it.
Do you think these people are saying he's not political because they don't think it's being political to be a gun grabber?
No, I think I think they definitely know he's political. They're just saying that because, he's not political. It's just a way to say, we're not voting for him because of partisan reasons, when they're voting for him on partisan reasons.
So one of the things that I'm always shocked at is, first off, like hopefully we all have some sort of filter, that little voice in our head that says, don't say that, don't say that. And then you hear people say crazy, outrageous things. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they said that. And then my thought is always, what's the little voice keeping back? The filter keeping back, if that's what they said in public. But likewise with the Democrat Party, if they're going to be putting out Chipman, I'm like, really? This is the guy you put forward? You couldn't find some closet commie to put forward? A wolf in sheep's clothing to put forward? You got to put this full-blown freaking nut job up for the job? I'm like, really? There's nothing that said, maybe we should hold back on that. There's no filter on the Chipman recommendation?
Obviously not.
What I'm getting at is, if Chipman is the guy they put forward, who did they refuse?
No, I think Chipman was the only guy. It was payback. They owed the anti-gun grabbers something, and they gave something to the anti-gun grabbers, and that would be David Chipman.
That just seems pretty outrageous to me.
Although I do see a lot of news, like a lot of pro 2A groups still running the Chipman pitcher, the non-Chipman pitcher. It's kind of funny.
So we're talking editing software. Have you ever used DaVinci Resolve, Derek?
That's one that I haven't used. I've used the AutoCAD, or not AutoCAD, Autodesk Flame, I think it was.
Oh, I'm not even familiar with that.
Yeah, they got a pretty good editing software, but I don't use it because it's more for like bulk editing. Like if you have an office of editors and they're all working on the same project.
Okay.
It's kind of like how Adobe has their all-inclusive system where you can share, but
And I think like the paid version of DaVinci Resolve allows you to do that.
Yeah.
So
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
So my interest, I have two reasons I like DaVinci Resolve, but I mostly edit in iMovie, but I don't know that I'm going to have a Mac in the future. But DaVinci Resolve runs, across Linux, Mac, and Windows. I don't plan on having a Windows machine in the future. So if my Mac, whatever dies, needs replacement, I'm probably going to go to Linux, and DaVinci Resolve runs on that.
Okay.
But I think you need an NVIDIA graphics card. So that would be my only catch, that I need something. But the other thing, DaVinci Resolve does a nice syncing of multiple tracks, and it'll do it by the audio. Yeah. So like if you give a clap or something, or just by the normal audio, it'll just sync. So that's kind of cool.
Final Cut does that too.
Yeah, it's really cool. Final Cut's powerful.
It's better now that they've gone back to the old like Final Cut 7 version, but it's Final Cut 10. They gave Final Cut used to be one of the industry standards for when it was Final Cut 7 for editing, but then they came out with the Final Cut Pro X, and it looked a lot like iMovie. And because it looked a lot like iMovie, it wasn't as scary to new users or new editors. They could learn as they go, and that's actually how I started. I started learning as I went on Final Cut Pro.
I remember when they switched from Final Cut 7 to Final Cut Pro, like everyone was up in arms about it. But I think they were up in arms about it because they just didn't know how to. I mean, it just was different.
Yeah, because they cleaned up the menu. And they put a lot of the stuff that you would see, like if you open up Premiere or DaVinci Resolve, you'll see all the stuff, and it can be overload for a lot of new editors or people wanting to get into editing. And what they did with Final Cut Pro X is they put everything like in the menus, and they cleaned up the user interface so that it wasn't as intimidating. And the pros in Hollywood or whatever didn't like that, so everyone started trashing it.
Yeah, they want to gatekeep. I see that a lot, and not only this, but like everywhere. Oh, you can't make this more simple and more easy to use that the average everyday plebe is going to be able to use. Yeah. It's an elitist thing, really.
It is. But that's in a lot of different industries where
it's in the gun industry too.
It is.
Bad.
Especially being
a poverty pony. What is that?
Like being a machinist too, and being in the YouTube /gun community. Sometimes I gotta watch what I say.
I never watch what I say, and that's probably an issue.
I don't necessarily watch what I say, but like if a company sends me something to review or to make a video on, and it's not good, the video is not going to be a positive video, I'm going to tell them, and then they have the option of whether I do the video or not. So,
yeah. It's very. I mean, I don't know. Let me bring on our guest, Flying Rich is back, and Rob McNeely.
Hey, Rob. I was
Hey,
almost going
guys.
to wear my Tusk shirt, but I'm like,
Well-
Rob's not going to be on the show.
Rob is here. He's in the house.
You know what? You know what's really funny, Rob?
What?
Us sponsors me, so I get Tusk, and then I give Rich some Tusk because he's the co-host.
Nice.
Oh, also,
Am I getting
gotta talk-
50%? Am I?
Yeah, something like that. Also, 10. I'm just joking. No, also, I got a contact for you, Rob. I got to hook up. There is a president of a kind of a big gun company,
I like those guys.
and he wants to learn about crypto. So I said, I have the perfect guy for you. So he asked me about it.
Or is it a company that sells big guns, or kind of a big gun company?
It's kind of a big gun company.
So, Rob, I think the most important question is that people want to know: Are you or are you not a squadron member?
What a member?
Squadron
member.
member,
I don't
Rich's
even- what does that mean?
entourage. You know all the guys you're hanging around with down in Georgia? They're Rich's
So-
entourage.
After Iraq veteran, Hank and John were on Hank's show, and they say I rolled heavy and I rolled deep, and Hank said I had a whole squadron. So then I did a squadron T-shirt.
I need one.
Yeah, well, you get it out Black Swan
Tactical.
Media.
Black Swan Tactical.
Black Swan
Black Swan
Tactical.
Media is different. Black Swan
Okay.
Media is the parent company of Black Swan Tactical and a bunch of other stuff.
I'm working on my lighting. I gotta do my 3-point lighting and get it all figured out.
I know you look like you're like being interrogated.
You know,
So
And
what did
Fitty
you
looks
do?
like he's at 50% light.
Maybe Rob stole the light from Fitty.
Is that how it is?
maybe.
Oh, am I too dark?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Wait,
Like I
wait,
said, I'm
You
half
know.
black,
Jeez,
so-
can we say that?
Hey,
What?
you know what? You know what another name for
No.
Richard is, right?
Charlie, isn't it? Charlie?
Charlie. Yeah,
Charlie.
that's it. Another issue for Richard, and yeah, I don't
like,
know why
don't
anybody
be-
would go by that, but whatever.
Don't be a Richard.
Don't be a Richard. You Richard
Don't be
head.
a Richard.
Hey, so Fitty, in the military, what did you do?
I was a Black Hawk.
He wrenched on
mechanic and crew
helicopters.
chief.
Black Hawk. Oh, Richard probably tried to hire you to fix some of the planes he crashes.
I don't
Dude,
have my
Rich hasn't, like-
AMP.
Dude, has Rich even flown a plane in like the last decade?
And that depends
February
on
was
the
the last time I
definition
flew.
of. That depends on the definition of fly. If
It
flying
actually,
means falling at the ground in an airplane, then yes, he's flown.
It's like I
Well,
flied.
you know
No,
the-
you falled. He didn't fly.
Well-
He fell.
If you
Exactly.
read the Hitchhiker's Guide, the key of flying is falling at the ground and missing.
I can respect.
Well, actually,
that.
that's the same thing as being in orbit. It's a constant fall.
Correct?
Yeah,
Correct.
you just fall over the horizon. You just like you're falling. So people think there's no gravity in orbit, but there is. That's
Yeah.
why you don't go flying out.
Right. You're just at the right spot, at the right speed.
So what have you
Yeah.
guys been up to?
Nothing.
So I was really upset, Crumpy, because I thought you were going down to the Gunmakers match and you didn't show.
no,
People said you were going.
I told everyone I wasn't. People come on this saying I was going. I have no idea why.
You know,
And
why?
that's a
You're supposed to
rumor.
go.
I didn't even start.
Yeah, I'm like people come. Oh yeah, you're gonna go down there, right? I heard you're going. It's like no, I'm not going. It's like my son is having his moving on ceremony, graduation ceremony, whatever you call it for Cub Scouts. So he's becoming a bear, and I'm the den leader. So
I've heard
you're
you're.
be there.
I've heard you're a bear.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Damn,
If not
Rob.
me, if not me, someone else.
I got a question for you guys. I'm gonna go to 50 with this first. All right, let's say you have the ability to stop time, right? So you stop time, everything stops, right? Wouldn't you be still accelerating it at like 64,000 miles an hour and fly off the Earth?
If you
Because
could stop time,
if you stop time for everything but yourself, you know,
Okay.
an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon. But so when you stop everything stops, right? But since you're not stopping time for yourself, you still have to deal with Newton's law. So when you go flying off the planet into orbit and probably burn up.
Well, if you see how they stop time in the movies, they're stopping everything, motion, movement, even in
But,
Star.
yeah,
You know,
but that's the whole
so-
thing. If they stop motion and movement, but they don't stop time for the person that's actually stopping time, right?
Yeah, but first off, we're only moving 1,000 miles an hour at the surface of the Earth.
Yeah, but okay, well, stop time, bam, the Earth stops moving, but the stopping of time doesn't affect you, right?
Oh,
And
so you say you'd be flying at 1,000 miles an hour? Yeah, so
Yeah,
you'd be
so
like a
Newton's
bug on a
law says you'll
windshield.
fly. Yeah, that really bugs me. So you would actually be thrown into orbit.
So never thought about it that way. So, well, not orbit, because you need to be, what, 64,000 miles an hour to be in, no, 176,000 miles an hour to be into orbit.
Well,
Yeah,
you get
1,000 miles an
pretty
hour,
damn,
you'll never make it to orbit.
you get pretty damn far. But
you-
also you're
are you-
also
are you
thinking about
smoking
just
something?
but Rich is also just thinking about how fast the Earth is moving, but the whole galaxy is moving too. So you got to calculate
Right,
that speed into
right.
it as well.
Yeah, but how do you know?
Solar system 2, and then the galaxy.
Yeah, the solar system, the
Yeah.
galaxy. So you got to calculate all that speed, and I think that would be enough to put you into orbit.
You're really smoking something, aren't you? Because this is that kind of conversation.
No, this is what I think about. My wife. Sometimes I sit there in bed, and one time I was sitting there and I was thinking like this. My wife's
So
like,
this is the picture. I bet he's thinking about other women, and John's like,
yeah.
no.
if time stopped.
Well, he's
No.
a bear. He might not be thinking about
All right,
it.
Okay, well, listen to this.
So-
Okay, so I was.
Wait. Fiddy, can you do that meme right now?
Can I?
Oh hell no! I don't care. Do it. No, I was sitting in bed, right? And my wife looks over at me one time and she's like, why aren't you sleeping? I was like, I have so much stuff on my mind. And she goes, talk to me about it. I said, no, I can't talk to you about it. She goes, you can talk to me about anything. She puts her arm on my shoulder and everything. And I go, I've been trying to work out the math for M theory, and I think I ran into a problem. When I got prop out, she said good night and turned over. And I said, but you said I could talk to you about anything. She's like, yeah, no, I changed my mind.
Oh, that's like my wife will walk into my office. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I look up, and then she looks at me in the eye. She's like, "Oh, right." Just there's no explaining what I'm doing.
Yeah, one time one time something happened, and I got really pissed off because I wasn't being helped. So I was like, I'm gonna do this myself with the company. So I went downstairs and I came back up. I was like, it's fixed. I'm not gonna say what it is. She was like, how'd you do it? I was like, do you really want to know? She goes, no. Dinner's ready.
Right. Yeah, that's like the conversations. See, John and I are like wise in the same areas. And so, yeah, my wife will ask me a question like that, exactly like that. Now I look at her, she's like, how'd you fix it? I'm like, I can tell you, it's just, and not to be, look, she starts talking stuff in the medical field and uses all the acronyms. I'm like, slow down. You're like, I have no idea what you just said. So
Okay,
it does go both ways.
Fetty memes makes
You go both
my
ways.
morning.
Yes.
Jesus, Rob, you're on today. Hey,
I'm a
Fetty.
trisexual. I'll try
Yeah.
any. Actually, I'm a caliber fluid ammosexual.
I'm gonna clip that out there. 50. How do you like being referred to as a meme lord?
Me?
Yeah, I've heard people refer to you as a meme lord.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. Memes are a good way to spread ideas. So,
So,
memes
Are you making all the memes, or are you just reposting?
I'm a thief.
Okay.
I'm a thief. In fact, my old job in the Army, being a crew chief, we were also known as crew thieves too. So
putting some of that Army work to use, right?
yeah.
So where's your website for your memes? Where do you have your memes?
I post them on IG.
So he's Fitty_actual.
Hey, copycat.
On the gram.
Well, see, I became Flying Rich official after I stole that from Iraq Veteran official. Iraq is he Iraq Veteran official? But then I'm like, I see everybody with the actual. The actual is so much cooler.
I just use real.
Actual comes from like military, like over the radio and stuff. So
I just use real John Crump because I came up with that myself. I didn't steal it from anyone.
Well, I never understood what Galactica Actual was, and then I finally learned.
Battlestar Galactica.
Actual. Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica was the bomb. I like the remake was just so cool.
Yeah.
I just finished watching every Stargate. Every Stargate SG. I just watched 10 seasons of Stargate SG-1, so
Holy
I finished
shit.
last night.
I actually continuously watch Stargate SG-1.
You know what? With this show, we can go anywhere. People are like, where's the guns? Talk about Stargate. Black Summer 2, awesome. Okay, Black Summer 2. That has a lot of guns in it.
I don't even know what that is.
It's okay. Imagine like The Walking Dead, but
Fast
instead of the zombies being like they like run at you, and like Walking Dead, how their heads are like watermelons, so that you can like just hit them and the heads will explode. But this is like the actual like you're not going to be able to stab them in the head because the skull's too tight. So it's not exactly easy enough to kill them. And what you would like it because you study film, Fitty, and it has a really unique style. And one of the styles that they use is a continuous shot, like a one shot, one take. Yeah. They do a lot of one takes in there. Like everywhere.
There are a lot of well, there's also, so I think I'm about halfway through season 2 now because I just finished Stargate, so now I can go on another binge. But I'm making that movie right now, and the opening episode, like the first minute and a half, is a combination. We can figure there's one take, but there's also a lot of VFX because some of those takes couldn't be done in an actual one take. But there's some really good cinematography on that first episode, which is really, really cool. You got to watch it. If you like making movies and you're into cinematography and stuff, you got to watch the first episode.
And it tells a story with action and not, they don't sit there and explain everything to you.
And what is it called? Black what?
Black Summer.
Black Summer. Okay.
It's actually a prequel to another zombie show that was on Sci-Fi.
Is it? Which one?
Z Nation.
This is a prequel to Z Nation?
Yeah, totally different.
I don't believe that at all.
100%.
No.
100%.
Hey, Rich, I sent that meme to you.
Rob is Googling it right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe this in the least. You're going to make me waste my Google time on this.
Google it. I've never seen Z Nation. I just started watching Z Nation because of it. It's like totally different.
I hate Z Nation. By the way, it's like I think it's an awful series. It was good for like the first episode, first season, but it's just like it went really downhill in my opinion.
But do you like? Oh, that terror! Oh, yeah, John Kimball's talking about Army of the Dead. I like Army of the Dead. Kimball, did you Google it, Rob?
I got lost already.
I'm telling you, man.
Fitty, you got to tag the dude in bed, John Crump.
That's right.
Fitty did the meme about stopping time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think about really weird stuff.
Well, I used to be bothered. I used to not be able to sleep because I would think about what infinity was.
They're pretty good. Acuras are good too.
Ouch. So, Rob, do you think Stargate jumped the shark at any point?
Like season 2.
Season 2.
So, yeah.
Wow.
No, I think
I was going to ask if
I think most. Here's the problem, like with a series like that. If you look, they change writers a lot during the season. They have different directors a lot in these series too. Even Walking Dead changed. They in later episodes of Walking Dead, they had different writers, and the writing went down a lot. I would much, and I'm not a normal watcher of films because I'm very critical because I make movies now, and so I really think I would much rather. There's a trade-off, right? And you notice this when you binge watch continuity. So when you make movies, continuity is a big deal, and making sure that things are correct. So you always notice continuity problems. But I think the writing, you get to a point where you're literally rehashing the same plot in numerous seasons and episodes where they lost their memory, or it's like when you start having to do that 2 or 3 times, it's like you're just making episodes to make money. You're not doing it for the art anymore. You lost. And to me, I'd rather there be a short, to me, if you're going to make a series like this, you should actually have a plot outline scheduled for as many series as you think can make sense, or seasons as make sense. But to me, I like quality over quantity. I'd much rather there be 3 seasons that are amazing than 10 seasons. Like SG1 had 10 seasons. And so you're talking 200 plus episodes. And it's really, they could have probably done really well with 60 episodes.
All right, Rob, read the headline, please.
So I was...
Rich, hold on. Rob, read the headline.
Dude, that's awful because I don't see any connection from this to Z Nation whatsoever. This is gritty and hard and very graphic and very violent. Cinematography is very different, whereas Z Nation is this weird kind of horror comedy.
Yeah,
and
this is definitely not comedy.
And Black Summer's got no comedy in it. So
no. It's a raw.
It's very raw, and so to me, that's why I'm saying this is not the same thing. Z Nation is very comedic. And it got to the point where it was cheesy comedic, and I think that we missed out on some. I think they missed the shark on that. They jumped the shark a long time ago. But I'm picky. Because I really like zombie films. But I think even Z Nation, went too far.
You know what I really like? Tony Simon. Hey, Fitty, do you know Tony Simon?
Whoa,
I don't.
He's the biggest name in 2A, Fitty.
He's what?
The biggest name in 2A.
He's big. He looks big.
Little bit. What's going on, guys?
He's also former military as well.
yeah.
Awesome.
He was a Marine, right?
Yeah,
Tony, I was hoping you were going to be an Iraq veteran, but you had your own shoot going on, right?
Yeah. I usually have something going on around the time Eric's having his thing. I've been invited though. That's great.
Yeah, I was hoping to meet you there, and then I saw you were posting stuff. You had your own thing going.
Yeah, next month, July, I have a diversity shoot every week between Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and I'm working with the Nebraska Firearms Owners Association. So I'll be in Omaha at the end of the month.
Yeah. Okay. Let me tell you something about Tony. Right. Tony is my favorite guest because one time the podcast went 3 hours, and it started out with I saw a video. He started out with I saw a video with Karen with a Karen on. You know what Karen is, right? It's I saw this video with a Karen on it. Then 3 hours later, it ended with, and that's how you get socialism. So he went all the way from this Karen video to the rise of socialism.
I'm just saying. You got to be careful. Oh, yeah. I was supposed to be turned on my laptop so I could follow if anybody's asking anything.
Yeah. Zach said he sent Fitty a cool patch I own. He may like it. Dude, I'm telling you, man, if you guys need patches made, Zach is the man. He does PVC and everything else, Tony. And he best prices in the world.
Really? And you didn't tell me about this because I just got patches.
Well, I got patches, and that's how I from another company, and that's how I found out about Zach and his very two-way friendly company.
Cool.
So now I'm going to use him from now on instead of going with my Chinese person.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get some patches made, so
yeah, Toxic Patches Co. or Toxic Patch Co. Well, whatever, you see it. Can't freaking say it. And also Toxic Patch Co. On Instagram as well. They're doing the my joint projects with me and 2AEDU. Freaking great guy, by the way, 2AEDU, if you don't know.
I just got
Rob's got tusk patches.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, next time you need patches, man, hit this dude up.
Well, so, Tony, have you ever watched Stargate SG-1?
Back when it first started. Like the very first couple seasons, yeah.
Somebody's saying they had a P90 on there. You used to have a P90?
Oh, yeah.
But they got rid of it?
Yeah, MP5, P90.
There it is.
And you didn't even send, and you didn't even send this to me. Someone gave it to me over the weekend.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I know who that someone is.
You need patches, man. Hit them up. Best prices. Yeah. I'll send you some more patches. I have that patch coming out, and then I have my other patch coming out. My the symbol I have right here, my logo.
I need to get I'd like to get some PVC tusk ones made too, like 2x2 or maybe some 3x4. So I'd like to get a quote on that.
I'm sure he'll do it for you.
Well, that would be good. Well, reach out to me, Zach. Reach out to me.
I just got some patches done through gun websites.
Yeah, I hooked him up, but this dude is actually Pro 2A and speaks English.
Well, that helps.
You're a racist, John.
I'm not racist. It's hard dealing with those guys over there. You send them a message.
Oh, those guys! Oh my gosh!
Whatever. Hey, Rob, check the private chat.
I did check the private chat, and I responded to the private chat.
Okay.
Wait, dude, I'm on it. I got monitors everywhere.
John, did you check your Instagram?
My Instagram?
Yeah, check your Instagram. I sent you a message.
Oh, my goodness.
That sent me.
He's probably thinking about other women, Chuck up. If you stop time and everything freezes in place, would you remain standing or would you go flying off the planet?
You got to show everybody.
Okay. I'll bring it up. That's freaking hilarious. Fitty, man.
Yeah.
Fitty. We're boys.
Well, he told me to make a meme. So
you guys do me dirty like that, man. There you go. Have anybody ever shot a P90 fully automatic? Somebody wants to know.
I have.
No.
I got the PS90.
Oh, I still have a P90 and PS90. Dude, when are we going to shoot? If you have a P90.
Are you reading the comments, or are you telling me you got a P90?
No, I'm reading the comments.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I have less than 100 rounds of 5.7 left, and considering they're like $1.74 a round right now.
Tell me you're rich without being rich. That's like that.
Dude, I'm just figuring
5.7.
I'm figuring if someone breaks into my house and I have to fire $1.70 round ammo that's $1.70 a round, I'm like, take what you want, just leave.
That's when you break out the steel case AK.
Yeah, right.
So you're talking about cutting your losses. I would shoot you, but this shit's just too way expensive. So just take the refrigerator.
It's like the Deadpool thing. You guys are gonna have to share this bullet.
Definitely. I gotta wait for everyone to line up.
So I did training. Last October, I did training with the Bearded Black Cowboy, and he had 2 dummies. And we're shooting, and the idea was you line them up so you shoot through the neck of the one and through the neck of the guy behind him.
It's something to do. I don't think it's something you plan.
That was fun.
It's like
You
the
know-
El Presidente drill. You know what that one is, right? You turn around, shoot 3 guys. I think that was the one. Who made that up? Jeff Cooper, right?
I don't know.
He was working he was working in South America somewhere, and it was about to get on the plane, and the guys wanted to come up with one more drill that they could do. He pulled it out of his butt, did it, and all of a sudden everyone acts like it's some kind of routine. Like I can shoot 3 guys from my back turn, shoot 3 targets. Yeah, dude just threw that in on the way to the airport. It wasn't real. But
you know what's real? I've been dollar cost averaging ammo for months, and then that Winchester thing came out, and I looked, and now like one of my 100-round boxes of Plinker ammo is like recalled. It's annoying. I called them and they said leave a message. So I'm like,
it's not a flop round, is it?
I don't know. Yeah, I think I don't know. Actually, it was a 200-round box.
No,
so
a flop
it's like
round.
round.
No, flop round.
That's rough, man. That sucks.
I love you, Kentucky Ballistics.
Yeah, me and him. have
Wait,
similar
John.
scars.
What's that?
Do you?
Me and Kentucky Ballistics have similar scars down the neck.
Oh, how'd that happen?
With the whole arm being gone. Before I had my arm, and they tried to do a nerve graft surgery where they took nerves from underneath my arm and, in a sense, rewired my arm because I pulled the brachial plexus nerve branch completely.
Yeah, they did that with my arm.
Yeah, it didn't work.
It worked for me.
It didn't work for me, so I told them to cut it off, and they would not let me keep my arm. And I was like, if there's anything in the world that you own, it's a part of your body, and they wouldn't let me keep it.
Dude, there was someone who kept their arm. They got their arm amputated. They kept their arm and they put it in a grill. And they wrapped it up and put it in a grill. This is a story. So then they had it in the storage shed, and they didn't pay on it. So the person that bought the storage shed, going through everything, they opened up a grill and there's a freaking human arm.
Like, was it like decomposed or something? Or
I have no idea. Can't remember.
Did you ever hear about that guy in Netherland, Colorado that's is in a tough shed, frozen? So outside of Boulder, Colorado, there's a little town called Netherland.
It was a leg. Sorry.
No, they got a frozen guy in a tough shed in like a chest freezer in Netherland, Colorado. And they have a festival called Dead Guy Days or something every year. And this is like real deal. But he's in a tough shed in the guy's backyard in a freezer. Look it up. Dead Guy Days, Netherland, Colorado.
Was he dead before he got frozen?
I think he was. I think this is like some weird burial thing. But Netherland, Colorado is a weird hippie town west of Boulder. So
I hope the power doesn't go out in summer.
Yeah, that's what I always thought.
All right, here you go. I'm gonna bring this up. Okay, so they found it, and they're like, "Oh, we got it." Oh, damn it! You can see the headline at least. So they're like, "Oh, we found it. It's ours." And the guy's like, "I want my arm back," and they're like, "No, it's ours."
Wow, really gonna bicker over a body? What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah,
I was going to just have the bones pinned in place and then spray them chrome and put them into like a display case, so like Terminator arm.
That would be freaking awesome. You would be.
And then it would be a conversation starter for when people come over the house. Be like, hey, yeah, it's my arm.
I'm not going over Fiddy's house.
Were you in the military?
I was.
You in the Marine Corps?
No. Better.
What?
Army.
We're gonna have a fight here.
Explainable.
Just playing.
It's okay. Then I understand the sense of you.
Oh.
Oh no. Listen, we're alike with that dark sense of humor thing. And if you're in the military, especially the Army or the Marine Corps, we're a little bit broken. Now, if you're a regular civilian, and have never served, and you say that, something's wrong with you and somebody needs to come to your damn house.
Yeah, dude, there's a guy.
Can I tell a one-arm story?
Okay.
You probably have a lot of them.
So my dad.
After this, Rich, I've been searching for this and I brought it up. You're gonna love this, guys. If you can't see on the audio only, I feel bad for you because check this out.
Oh,
Who wants to read it?
Man builds
Headline.
guitar out of his dead uncle's skeleton, uses it to play black metal. Yeah, I guess so.
wow.
Phew.
That's dark.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, here he is rocking out. Let's see. What do you think of that?
People
All
are
right,
weird.
John, you're not in the military. We need to send somebody to your house.
Dude, I was a firefighter. Firefighters have in firefighting you have black humor too.
None of the firefighting stories. Smash Time has never talked to me again after that episode.
Okay.
All right, so my dad worked at Newsday. I think at the time it was in Garden City. It moved to Melville after that. And apparently everybody drank on the job. So one of the guys coming home from work drunk, driving along Southern State Parkway, and he had his arm out the window and he sideswiped a tree and got his arm tore off. So he's in the hospital and all that bit. And, they're talking about his arm and, they're telling him, we're going to try and reattach. He's like, I don't give a shit about my arm. Where's my watch?
Dude, we had a motorcycle accident where a guy got his arm ripped off. He got caught on a guardrail.
Oh,
And it ripped off his arm. One time, a firefighter, and he was so drunk, he was like, my arm hurts. My arm hurts.
oh,
Can you guys check out my arm? There's something wrong with it. It's like, yeah, because it's about 100 yards down that.
oh, man. Oh.
I mean, I didn't say that, but I was just thinking that I was like, yeah, because it's 100 yards behind you.
Now, Fitty lost his arm in a motorcycle accident.
You did, Fitty?
Yeah. Everyone always assumes it was combat related.
Were you the guy that we ran back in the early 2000s?
No.
Okay, making sure, because that would have been fucked up.
I was on a dirt bike and I was going probably 65, 70 miles per hour on a gravel trail and I lost control. I don't remember any of it. And I hit a tree. I pretty much spear tackled the tree. So I broke my clavicle and my shoulder blade. And bone wise, that's what holds your arm on. So yeah, everything else was just the meat and tissue. And when it wrapped around the tree, it unplugged the brachial plexus out of the spinal cord. So it's too close to correct.
Ouch. Yeah, when I started going numb in my fingers, so they rerouted all the nerves.
Okay.
But my hand was numb, and I couldn't really write or anything, so they just rerouted it. I don't have full dexterity in my hand, but
Yeah, neither do I.
All right, Rob.
I'm just listening.
Yeah, dude. I told the firefighter story, and Tony was like, "Peace out."
I was a firefighter.
You are. You probably have some dark stories too.
Yeah, when I was a volunteer firefighter and EMT when we lived in Wyoming.
All right, you want to hear some, Rich?
No,
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna get into that. We got into firefighter stories, and Rich was like, "What the hell?"
and Smash Time is there just kind of stone faced. I'm like, oh, this isn't going well.
I don't think he liked that. You come calling him Smash Mouth.
You kept calling him Smash Mouth.
The Shrek goes Smash Mouth, whatever. All right. So Fitty,
What's up?
are you in a basement?
No, I'm not. I'm in my little studio room.
Your little studio room. Okay.
Yeah. This is where I edit.
It's like
This is where
50.
Yeah.
It's about 50% as light as it should be.
Well, I didn't turn on all the lights. I was trying to go for a little lighting.
Don't listen to Rich.
I got a little
don't
backlight
listen.
back here. But
Rich is just being a dick.
Wow, John.
You got a shirt on that says "Be Superior." Come on.
It's a mechanic shirt. I seriously reached into my suitcase and I had the first thing I grabbed was my Tusk shirt. I'm like, I'm not going to be on with Rob. I would know about that, so
All right.
I put this on. Like, I'll save it for when Rob's on.
So Kimball wants to know if ever showed up a scene of some lineman that got burnt on the line. They do show you a video in firefighter school where Rob's probably seen it, where the dude's in the cherry picker and they put him into the line and there's like, arm blew up. Put him back in the line. Other arm blew up. Put him back in the line.
No, bad idea.
Yeah, so they show you a video of that in firefighter school because it was all captured on video.
Oh. Damn.
That was a pretty rough video to watch.
You know, we have to, I think the sad thing is we have so many guardrails in American society that people are so distanced from death. We did a little vacation recently to Yellowstone, and you always see these Yellowstone videos of people doing dumb shit next to wild animals.
Back up.
It's like,
back up. Oh, I'm thinking Grand Canyon.
No.
Well, they do dumb shit there too.
In Yellowstone, they had some lady got recently mauled by a bear because she saw a grizzly, and she decided she wanted to go. Rob, Zach sent you a following a message. She wanted to go pet the grizzly bear. Who the hell decides they want to pet the grizzly bear?
Dude, people are nuts, and I think ultimately, and the thing is, how can you go to a national park and not see the stories about people doing dumb shit in national parks?
There was another
That's
lady
the part I don't get. If you type in Yellowstone animals, you'll see videos that go, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. The thing bites their arm off and shit. And then they go to the park and do the same damn thing. And it's like, at this point, I'm like, take the signs down. Take the don't feed the animal signs down. Just let nature eat itself apart. I don't know.
There was a lady that recently that was in Yellowstone, and she decided she wanted to see Old Faithful.
No.
So she jumped the railing, ran up, and fell in.
There's no railing at Old Faithful.
Oh, well, I don't. She went past the signs then, whatever.
Yeah, but there actually is no railing there.
Yeah, well,
but I was just there. I got pictures. I'll send you the pictures.
Yeah, she went past whatever sign. I think it was Old Faithful, and she fell in. And that water is like hundreds of degrees.
It's boiling. So, but they have lots of geyser holes all around that you can walk through, and you can, if you choose to commit suicide, it's very easy there. If you want to be boiled to death, if you want to be like a lobster. But
well, no, she was trying to take a selfie.
I think that at that point she really wanted a selfie of herself being boiled to death, because this is the natural outcome of that. Because if you see all the signs and that say do not walk here, boiling water, and you decide to still do that when they're warning you, when they got the signs up for you, I think we've had too many guardrails, too many bumpers up for too long in American society that we're so far away from death that we don't think death can hurt us. And I don't know what else there is. I went to I used to live in Ireland. Any you guys ever been to Ireland by chance?
No.
So on the west coast of Ireland, they got the Cliffs of Moher, which is Moher, I think. And it's 1,500 feet or something absurd straight down in the cliff over to the ocean. And it's like a big national park. But go look up Cliffs of Moher. And the chain is a little droopy chain that's a foot off the ground. And you can step over the chain and decide if you want to risk your life for the great view or not. And I said to him, when last time I was there, I'm like, this is interesting, because in the U.S. there'd be barbed wire. They wouldn't let you get in 30 feet of the edge. Here you can decide if you want to step over the guard's fence or a little chain, just one little chain link, and decide if you want to kill yourself or not. But people there aren't as stupid as Americans are. And I think it's just that we are devolving this sense of situational awareness in the United States. I think Americans have lost that.
So you never try to women falls into boiling geyser while taking selfie after breaking into closed down Yellowstone. IG culture, right?
But maybe that's nature healing itself.
Yeah, and Rob, well, it's not just Americans. Kimball brings up the point about the guy in China who decided he wanted to go pet the tiger.
Oh, kitty.
Climbed into a tiger cage. Got tiger like, oh, hey, look, lunch. Tiger played with them.
I don't know, dude.
Is this where you make a Chinese food joke?
No.
No.
No, I wouldn't do that.
We got another person saying S. Armitage says TV tells them they're invincible.
Yeah,
well, wasn't it after the Vietnam War where news media, like the news channels, they stopped showing actual violence on the news? Because before that, they would actually, like during Vietnam and before Vietnam, they would actually show the results of what would happen from violence, right? Like dead bodies or people bleeding, and now they don't show it. And I think that everyone's used to the simulated violence that Hollywood and video games put out, and they're not used to that real violence,
Well, I think that's part of the. I think also part of the problem is that we're so used to being assholes on social media that we forget that in person talking like that might get your ass kicked or worse.
Yeah.
And I think people are like forgetting that how to be civil, because in real life there's consequences for being an asshole around certain people.
I'll tell you one thing: is the way I am on here is the way I am in real life. Rob and Rich have both met me, and they can probably testify to that. If I say anything,
what, Fitty, you didn't meet...
What?
Fitty was that Iraq veteran. You didn't go by the GOA booth and meet John?
I don't think I did.
You didn't go see
John
me
was the
wearing my
booth babe.
championship belt?
I saw that, and I saw the booth, but I had to leave early.
Yeah.
So I wasn't. I left early the next day. So
yeah. JSD gave this to me.
JSD Supply. They do
JSD
80%.
Supply. Oh, I was about to grab my. I have one here. I have one that I finished. I'm probably not going to make anything out of this one. I'm just going to keep it finished.
But here's an interesting thing, John, and I think you mentioned this the other day. I wasn't able to make it, but when you mentioned about the Gunmakers match and everybody has their handle, so it's kind of weird in person because people don't know who's who.
I'm Fireball 827.
827. But here's the thing, but you're like me, like on social media, I'm Rob McNeely. Like I am totally doxxed. I don't hide who I am. I don't have a furry head avatar, whatever. And you're the same way with me. So it's interesting. And I think and I would say in some respects, that does influence how I treat people, because I know that I'm not hidden. Like it's easy to find out. Well, I can't find out where I live very easily because I'm not where I was before. But my point is, I'm not hard to find. I'm not hard to identify. People know who I am. They know where to find me. You know who Rob McNeely is. And I think it's the same thing with John Crump. So I am very authentic. Like if I'm going to be a smartass to you on social media or a smartass to you on a podcast, I'm probably going to be the same smartass in person. And I met two of you. I think I saw 50, but I don't think I met him at Iraq Vet. But I am really the same way. I'm just kind of me wherever I am. I'm not like fronting, but I see so many people, and it's almost always like furry, non-doxed, hidden anons on the internet. They're complete assholes. And I think when they get in person, they sometimes forget that there's not a keyboard and a monitor between them and the other person. And ultimately, these people are big jerks on social media because they don't feel that there's a consequence. And I think that's carrying over though now into the real world, because they get used to. I think people develop habits, and they develop the habit of being a dick, right, to people or strangers, and then they forget about that in the real world. They're like, oh,
well, it's like when Seven Hills Antifa doxed me, and they thought they were going to scare me, so I drove down to Richmond with a couple of my boys to go talk to them, and they decided they didn't want to talk.
Well, wait, you weren't just doxxed, you were put on the hit list.
Yeah, it was a hit list, yeah. Yeah, doxed, hit list, same thing, right?
A couple of years ago, I wouldn't have thought much of it, but it's interesting where things are going with some of those groups and they're starting to get a little nuttier.
Oh, yeah.
They're a bunch of
commies.
They're commies.
They're commies.
Like once you confront them, with maybe it might have been the fact that like my boys were all strapped with ARs.
They're strapped too.
Well, they were
Well,
strapped, but they didn't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, we don't know why we put you on there." It's like, but you put me on there. Come on.
Right. Well, I mean, you're starting to see, and I've had a couple conversations with this that as I think the U.S. is definitely in a downward spiral from our culture, and I think part of the problem is that we've normalized behavior that would never been tolerated 30, 40 years ago in this country. And now we're creating habits in certain groups and demographics. So for instance, I'm from Detroit originally. And you look at the Detroit riots, and in the late 60s, the Detroit riots were brutal, but they lasted 4 days. And I'm not saying they were justified or not justified, but how they got stopped is a lot of people got capped. like the National Guard went out and cops, and they shot a lot of people. I mean, like thousands of people got shot, hundreds of people got killed, but that riot had ended, fairly quickly. But now what's happening is between the Antifa and BLM riots, and what I see, or at least what it looks to me, is that now really bad, violent, aggressive, assaults and shootings and arsons are happening because the police have essentially stood down. They've allowed it. Yes. And what's happening is these aggressive responses to things that may or may not be justified. But they're happening without any due process. Like something happens and immediately we're going to go have a riot without even hearing any facts. We've normalized that as okay now. And it's a society that's very dangerous. So you've ever heard of the concept of broken windows theory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Broken windows theory came from early, like late 70s New York and criminology research that, yeah. So in broken windows theory, if you crack down on graffiti, blight, broken windows, turnstile jumpers, things like that, you actually have a decrease in more serious crimes, rape, murder, robberies.
Because the guys doing the rape and the murder don't
normal,
give a crap about your
well-established
turnstile
codified research in criminology, right? I mean, that goes back to the 70s. And really, that's how they cleaned up New York.
Yep.
In the late 70s. And I was, when I was a kid.
You're not going to get that.
Right, but what it does is that it's sending a signal to a society of what's tolerable and normal and what's not. You know what I'm saying? It's basically giving approval or green lighting certain behavior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it definitely is.
I'm frozen. Frozen.
You're not frozen. Wait, what are you, Elsa?
On the video end, I think he is.
Okay, well, I'm not looking at the video. What Dark was talking about is the dude and the guy that doxed him is from Maine.
Oh.
I was frozen.
You're still frozen. You're doing the statue challenge.
So here's my...
All right, Rob.
So my...
You look like you're broadcasting from 1999.
Sir,
like Max Headroom?
I don't know how to.
How about now?
Back.
No, I got to shout out Dark because he shouted me out, and actually Carolina EDU.
Carolina EDU's out there too.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see Carolina EDU. Yeah, he is. Hello, Carolina EDU. You know what I'm going to do one day? I'm going to do a stream just for my Patreons. I think that might be cool. And my channel members. Or it's not going to even be a stream. It's going to be like a Zoom session where everyone just gets together and talks.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Or you can just go to my Discord, which is in the description. But yeah, what do you guys think about that for channel members and have some special guests come on?
Yeah, I mean, I tried my whole Patreon thing and it didn't work out. No one subscribed, so
I mean, it took a while. I mean, I had like 3 Patreons for like a year.
I always think of like Patreon as like OnlyFans.
No, it's not OnlyFans, but the other story I wanted to get to before we go. OnlyFans. They're getting rid of the porn.
What?
What?
Well, what else is
Yes.
on OnlyFans?
I don't know, but they're going to get rid of that. They want to make it.
And is there something else that the porn people can go to?
I don't know, but they wanted to. The idea of OnlyFans was like, well, you know, to have like musicians and like actors have an OnlyFans so that people can see behind the scenes.
Kind of like
That's
Instagram was for photographers?
Yeah, but yeah, that's not the way it turned out. So now they decided they want to go back to that because they're known for boobies.
Porn.
And they don't want to be known for boobies. So they're going to go back and get rid of that. I see Jason King out there, a Discord member there, and Salty. All right, guys. We've been on for an hour. Let me bring Rob back. I'm going to go eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
I'm hungry.
I don't know if I'm New York pizza'd out. I'm not sure if I'm going to have New York pizza or go to my favorite Chinese food place.
I'm just kidding. I'm not
Well, you
frozen.
were talking about kitties.
I didn't say kitties. Well, I guess I was kind of talking about kitties, different type. All right, guys, we've been on for an hour, so I'm gonna go around the room and talk.
So I always thought like Patreon was like only. No, you missed my line. I was gonna make a joke.
All right, go ahead.
You want to hear my joke?
No, but go ahead. Go ahead, Rob.
My joke, please.
Dude, we can't hear you, Rob. You break it up.
Goofing on us.
Is this the joke?
It probably
This
is.
is a joke.
I was just gonna say that OnlyFans is like, or Patreon's like OnlyFans for old white guys.
There you go.
That's the joke. I thought it was pretty funny.
No,
Patreon
no,
is like
no,
OnlyFans for old white guys. That's kind of funny.
Fitty doesn't do patches. Toxic Patchwall, he does patches.
That was the joke. Isn't that good?
Okay, that's very
That's good.
good. I'll hook you guys up. Dark Mavis, but Fitty doesn't make patches. He makes
memes. Videos and guns
and
and
memes.
memes.
He's a meme lord. Best memes on Instagram,
he
and
should
also
make- he should make
videos
meme
are pretty cool
patches.
too. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go around the room. Fitty, since you're the guest of honor, I'm gonna give you the first word.
The what?
First, instead of the final word, you get to say bye first.
Yeah, run your plugs.
Whatever you want to plug. All right, I'll come back to you.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. I have to think.
McNeely, go. Are you guys messing with me?
You 2 for 2, man.
Flying Rich, go.
First off, I just want to say Fitty is one of
Well,
my
you can check
favorite
out my
gun tubers.
OnlyFans at no, that's a different
There you go.
podcast. Yeah,
Go
we
to
are.
Tough.network.
Hey,
Are you drunk, Rob? Are you just like really, really lagged?
His internet connection's drunk.
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry, Rob. I'll call you. So Rich, you go.
Okay, so Fitty is here because I want
no,
to
my
meet him at a
connection
rank
sucks
better.
right now, so I don't know what the deal is.
It's
It really is. So yeah, so just go to text TUS.network, TUSC.network, TUSC.network.
And Tusk works better than Rob.
He's so lagged behind us. What we're saying about 30 minutes. It's like,
And he's out.
all right. No, he'll hear it about 30 seconds after we said it. All right. Carolina EDC reviews later. See you later. All right, Rich, plugs, please.
So I really want to pimp Fitty. One, excellent videos, unbelievable quality, and the gun builds he does are unbelievable high quality. So I have mad respect for this guy. Plus his memes, are interesting all the time. So he is the meme master. So I want to make sure I get that out there, because Fitty didn't pimp himself enough. But of course, you can always find me at flyingrich.com. There's links to my social media there, but not necessarily this show.
I gotta put your links to your social media in the description from now on.
Cool.
I just need you to give them to me. What you went in there, so I can put them in there.
So I'm youtube.com/flyingrich, no space between the flying and the rich. And I am not Flying Rich on Instagram because some dirty rat has Flying Rich and he won't friend me. So I'm Flying Rich _official, not _actual.
You can't put a space in a URL, so it would have.
But nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
I'm pretty sure people do know that.
No. Nobody knows what URL.
Do you know have you ever seen a URL with a space in it?
No, it doesn't exist.
Yep, I haven't seen it.
Did you know that you can't put a space in a URL?
Yes.
All right.
But there is a Flying Space Rich on YouTube.
Yeah, but you said youtube.com Flying Rich, no space.
Right. Yeah, I know. I hate when people say that too, and I hate when I say it.
You hate yourself. All right, Fitty. Go ahead.
All right. You can find me on Instagram at Fitty _actual. Post a lot of memes there. I also post on the IGTV. I got all my videos that I do. They're all there. On YouTube, just search for 50%, Fitty, FITTY %, and my little logo will pop up. You'll see it. It kind of looks like me. And Facebook too, the Facebook page. I think it's just Facebook /Fitty, I think is the link to it. But yeah,
all
that's
right.
pretty much it.
You can also find Tony Simon at diversityshoot.com. Check him out. Give him some money. All right. Rob, you want to try it again?
Yeah, I'm Rob McNeely on most of the socials except IG, where I'm Rob McNeely Actual. And you can check out Tusk at Tusk Network on Twitter, tusk.network for URL, tusk.network, tusk.network, and on Instagram, it's Tusk Actual.
Hey, my name is John Crump, and I am a YouTuber that talks about stuff like plants and flowers and makeup tutorials and women's shoes. And if you want more of that, you can go to patreon.com/John Crump for the latest in makeup reviews and shoes. Go to crumpy.com for everything else. Fitty, I want to thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you can come back. Rob, it was fun talking to you on a 30-second delay. That was awesome.
Gotta beep out the porn.
It's all right. I'm trying to I'm just assuming I always get demonetized no matter what. And Rich, thank you so much. One day you will find hair. Okay, who has a more shiny head, Fitty or Rich?
I think Rich powdered.
No.
Rich
takes wax and waxes his hair. It takes a little buffer.
And my light's a little soft, so if it was a little harder light, then it would reflect pretty well.
Yeah, but Derek's got the beard going, you know?
Yeah, that makes him cool.
Yeah, and unfortunately...
You look like a turtle, Rich.
Yes.
Even though he's got soft light.
I'm just joking with you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be remember next week Fireside Chats will not be here because I'll be doing Cub Scout camp with my son. I'm one of the evening walkers they call. So I will be there all week, but we'll be back the week after. The Monday we get back, we have Putang Clan on. Have you ever seen Putang Clan?
No, I haven't.
He's a great guy, man. No, yeah, he's a YouTuber. I really dig his stuff. I like it a lot. And with that, let me just drop the banner here. dun 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 dun. We are out.